he still drops hints all year long, I don't have enough help. He still sets himself up with excuses to the media of, I don't know if we have enough. I don't know if we have enough.
Okay, well,
he sends messages to his teammates that he doesn't believe in his teammates.
Okay, well,
and beyond that, the messages that he sends are passive-aggressive. So therefore, his teammates don't know what to believe. When he says good things, should we believe it? When he says bad things, should we believe it? Because LeBron James is the type that'll say some slick shit and then probably come back and tell his teammates, well, I didn't really mean it. I was just upset at the time. Like, come on, get it together.
Answer me this. Why was Kobe so upset demanding a trade if he could get it done? Okay.
No, answer me this. If Kobe Bryant was making great points in the article, as you stated when you started your soliloquy, why have you spent this entire segment levying all of these attacks against Kobe Bryant's career? It seems like you're trying to create a diversionary tactic away from speaking the truth about your man, LeBron LeShannon James.
Okay, but you're missing the context. That was he's only talking about before 2010. Yeah. That was his one big breakthrough where he was a pretty good teammate and actually a very good leader.
I'm on record as stating that Kobe Bryant became a great player in the 07-08 season. I believe that he was a great player for about 3 years, from 07-08 to 09-2010. Before that, he was a great talent. From 07-08, he became a great player. That's when he truly started to understand the game of basketball. From the time he came into the NBA until 2007, he was a phenomenal talent. He was a great show. But after that, he started to learn the art of being a leader, learn the art of being a truly great player.
That year against those Celtics, they were still in their prime. That was the first super team, right?
Yeah. So hold on. So they were in their prime in 2010, but they were out of their prime in 2000.
He said, I hadn't figured it out yet. I didn't bring my teammates along for the ride, and neither did LeBron in these finals.
Yeah.
And the classic case was at the end of game one when he literally distanced himself from the teammates and head in hand, towel over head.
Thank you, Skip Bayless. This is why I state that certain people in the mainstream sports media, they're necessary. You can call them necessary evils if you want to, but they're necessary because they provide a counterbalance to the cascade of propaganda that we see on an everyday basis. And that's why I think that it's essential to cover certain sports stars, because they're end samples for what we get in everyday media in regards to agendas, etc., just based off of their allegiances. There's no doubt in my mind that one of the main reasons why LeBron James is covered so positively is because of his corporate allegiances and alliances. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Like, I'm ashamed to be part of you guys. So you can't do that.
What about when he passed George Hill the ball? Was he being a bad teammate?
No, he's being a scared teammate. So you got to take the shot.
So he can't win if he does.
Shannon, the conversation is not about how much LeBron James passes the ball. That's why Kobe stated on LeBron, leadership is not making guys better by throwing them the ball. He's talking about the mind state, the mental cultivation of toughness, so that the teammates are ready to succeed. But the one thing that I think Kobe's missing, or one of the things that I believe he's missing, is that one of the main reasons why it was easier for him to cultivate the toughness in the mental framework of his team was because they ran an actual offensive system where his teammates knew they had to be a certain place when they were running certain plays on both offense and defense. That gives the supporting cast a great amount of confidence. The problem with LeBron and his teammates is that they're basically playing the LeBron James system. So they're left trying to follow behind his every move, and they're lost without him. A lot of these two-dimensional thinkers, they'll state, well, whenever LeBron leaves a team, they totally collapse. Well, they should. They're running his system. He's basically the player coach. If your best player and your coach leaves your team, you should collapse. Now, if you have a great player on your team and he's actually running a system implemented by a great coach, when he leaves, he can be replaced. That's what great coaches can do.
If he takes the shot and misses it.
No, but that's a whole different circumstance. You got to that moment where you got control of the game with 6'3" Steph on you, and you finally have a hot hand, one of your rare hot-handed games in your career. Shoot the shot.
Look, I'm already on record as stating I have no problem with the decision that LeBron James made. I thought he made the right pass. The issue is that George Hill missed his second free throw. George Hill does his job. Who knows what happens? I'm not going to say that Cleveland wins because there's still 5 seconds left. But they certainly would have had a better chance than they had after he missed the free throw.
Yeah, what you mean you're hot-headed?
Well, Kobe's going to shoot the shot. He doesn't mean the shot to win the game.
Well, hold on. So if Kobe's going to shoot the shot, why doesn't he have more buzzer beaters in the playoffs than on LeBron?
Hey, you're killing the messenger again. I'm not. He's just saying.
Let's understand something very quickly. And I'm on record as stating that I do believe that the narrative about LeBron James not being a clutch player has always been overrated. And the narrative on Kobe Bryant being a clutch player is always overrated. Kobe's nowhere near as clutch as they make him out to be, and LeBron James is nowhere near as unclutch as they make him out to be. But when we start comparing the amount of buzzer beaters in the playoffs, we're also talking about how well each player's teams have played in the first 47 minutes and 55 seconds. And when you have a better team, you're going to play better throughout the game, so there are going to be less opportunities to make game-winning shots. But is LeBron James a much better clutch shooter than he's been given credit for over the course of his career? No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
He brought these teammates. This is not a great team that I just gave you. Ron Artest and Gasol and Derek Fisher, that's not greatness to me. Are those big-time all-star players? Not to me.
Artest.
In that system, they were, though, Skip. In that system, those were great role players.
Artest was a defensive player of the year and an all-star.
I know him well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pau Gasol is going to the Hall of Fame.
Everybody goes to the Hall of Fame.
He's an all-star, Skip. The guy,
he's pretty good. You know he's not a dominating player.
Yeah.
No, he's not dominant, but he was an all-star. Once again, those late 2000s LA Lakers were known for having the best front court in the NBA. People forget about that now, but that's how they were viewed.
He's not a top 10 all-time, top 20, not a top 50 player.
Skip.
You know it and I know it.
Okay, but I'm saying, see, he's directing that, saying LeBron, his teammates. Okay, he got contributions. When did LeBron get contributions in this final?
Well, that's what he's saying. You didn't bring...
LeBron had great contributions, I believe, in Game 3. He had something like 4 teammates in double figures. He was unable to get the job done.
Bring them along for the ride all year long. I don't know if I have enough help. I don't know if he drops hints constantly. He sets up his teammates to be scapegoats just so the...
Thank you, sir. That's what I've been telling you, brothers, ever since that trade went down. All that trade was about was to put LeBron James in a very comfortable position in case his team failed. He could blame everybody else. What did he do at the exit press conference? He stated, well, I need to be with teammates that have high basketball IQs. All he did was throw them all under the bus.
So the Shannon Sharps can jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, where are you, Jordan Clarkson? Where are you, Rodney Hood?
You realize Jordan Clarkson had the worst in NBA history.
Okay, you're making my point.
No, actually, Kobe is making my point. Because you got the guy on LeBron's team that had the worst playoff in NBA history. You say bring someone along. Skip, I can bring you along. But if you don't want to come, what about JR missing all those shots? How's that LeBron's fault? How's Kyle Korver going 1 for 16 in the finals? How's that LeBron's fault?
It's okay, Shannon. I get it. If you want to make sure that LeBron James is exonerated for all of his teammates' shortcomings, that's no problem. But just don't tell me that he's the greatest player of all time and he makes all his teammates better. Because when all his teammates come up short, all you're going to say is, how's that LeBron's fault? How?
How's Kevin Love playing small every time in the finals against Draymond? How's that LeBron's fault?
Kevin Love did not play small in these finals. He played very well.
He doesn't make them believe that they're going with him for this ride. He's always arm's length at a distance with the media, where the constant theme all year long. Does he have enough help? Then at trade deadline, they wiped the slate clean and they got 4 players that you were raving about, but LeBron never raved about them.
Thank you, sir. Well, actually, LeBron did rave about them. The reason why everyone was so excited when that trade went down was because the belief was these new players are going to provide fresh blood and some athleticism to assist LeBron. And we all know that LeBron could take 4 cans of paint and take them to the finals. At least, allegedly, that is what has always been put forth about LeBron James. He could take 4 cans of paint, lead them to the finals, and they'll have a chance to win. As we saw, they had no chance to win once they got to the finals and actually faced a team that ran a real system and had good players. Now, the Boston Celtics, they actually ran real systems, but they lost their 2 frontline superstars. Had they had Kyrie Irving as well as Gordon Hayward, that series would not have won more than 5 games. And I shouldn't even say superstars, because I'm not quite sure if I would consider Gordon Hayward a superstar. He's more like a star. Kyrie Irving is a borderline superstar. He still has a lot to prove.
You know why? He's too smart. Too high IQ. If you rave about those, you're going to up the ante on yourself. You're going to raise the pressure.
Absolutely.
He did. He said he got an athletic big man, Lance Jr. They got right.
I didn't hear him raving like you were throwing a victory parade over there.
Skip, how do you think Tristan Thompson, how do you think JR, how do you think Kevin Love got those big paydays if LeBron James didn't believe in him?
That's the point. So then don't bitch about it. You keep refuting your own argument, Shannon Sharp. LeBron James is the GM of that team. He got everybody paid. You can't pick your own team and then complain about the teammates that you picked.
Well, I don't think he believed in this team because he saw it coming and he wanted to head it off at the pass. He wanted to set up his teammates for the fall.
All Kobe's trying to do is throw himself into the discussion as GOAT.
No.
You can't be
a
GOAT.
So.
You cannot be in the GOAT conversation with one regular season
This is actually an anti-GOAT comment.
I agree. I think that some of Kobe's other comments have leaned a little bit more towards don't forget about me and also include me in the GOAT conversation. But this one, no. I think that he was just relaying what Michael told him, and he was trying to impart it onto LeBron James. Now, the statement that Kobe Bryant made about how we should all just enjoy my 5, enjoy Michael's 6, that was more of a very tacit attempt on his part to inject himself into the quote-unquote GOAT conversation. But this was just him trying to give LeBron James some advice and to make sure that he would recalibrate the paradigm for evaluating all-time greatness back to where he thinks it should be, and that's winning championships.
This is him saying, I had to learn to defer. I had to be more of a leader. I had to make my teammates believe that we were all equals.
LeBron said, hell, give me a young Shaq. I'd made him believe he was equal.
No, you're missing the point again. This wasn't about Kobe and Shaq. This is about 2010, period, end of story.
So,
bottom line, I totally agree with you, Skip.
So what did they have to do? They got him Pau Gasol. We had Kwame Brown.
Look what they're up against. Ray and Paul and KG and Perkins and Rondo and Rasheed and Big Baby and Tony Allen. You don't think that's a hellacious team?
Yeah, that team has some monsters. And on defense, they were extraordinary, especially that 08 team. When they had Tony Allen, that team was excellent on defense.
Okay, but here's the thing.
And they're in their prime.
Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, they had lost. The Boston Celtics had lost to the Lakers. Mm-hmm. And then in the offseason, they signed LeBron James. Because that's what Golden State did, Skip Bayless.
Okay, you're changing the narrative again.
Skip.
Sorry.
It's so, Skip, you do realize in Game 6, Kobe Bryant lost an NBA Finals game, closeout game by a record margin. 39 points. To this day.
Kill the messenger.
Skip, you can say kill the messenger.
Well, Kobe Bryant's fans forget about that, Shannon Sharp. That's why I state that Kobe Bryant is probably the most overrated all-time great player in the history of the NBA. Just my view of it. LeBron James has his 2011. Kobe has his 2004. What makes LeBron James' 2011 even worse is that it appeared that LeBron wasn't even interested. He turned into the quote-unquote frozen one, as Skip Bayless calls him. But Kobe's, in a sense, was just as bad because in 04, he had a Shaquille O'Neal who was cooking the Pistons, and he refused to pass him the basketball. He just wanted to jack up shots and make a fool of himself and got outplayed by Rip Hamilton.
Kill the messenger all you want to, but the fact of the
matter... That's not the discussion here. He's trying to show LeBron how to get this home.
Skip, nobody...
Game 1, Game 3, you had him. You had him.
Guess what? You're right. And Pau Gasol in Game 7, Pau was 19 and 18. Mm-hmm. Ron Artest had 20
points. I just said that.
Okay.
That's the point.
When did LeBron teammates give him that in the finals?
Yo, look at Shannon. Let me rewind this back.
Kobe.
Ron Artest had 20 points.
I just said that.
Okay.
That's the point.
When did LeBron teammates give him that in the finals?
Oh, man. Skip Bayless, you are so lucky we got cameras in here. Because I promise you, I'd have my hands wrapped tight around your throat than this damn bow tie's around mine. I promise you that. When does he get help, Skip?
Kobe's telling you he didn't set them up to do that.
Skip, the man Evans. Skip.
Wait. You know what? You keep sweeping on the carpet. Did you watch what happened at the end of game one? Help me out. You still defending it? I've never seen such a pathetic display from a leader superstar than LeBron just melting down on the bench.
You could talk about.
Thank you, sir.
Talk about the.
You had him.
You can talk.
Skip, you could talk about that shit all you want. You have to understand. Sometimes my baby gets emotional. I'm not gonna lie. He comes home, he cries. He came in after game 4. His head was down. I said, nigga, pick your head up. I don't want to see that ball spot on top of your damn head. What's wrong? I said, we win some, we lose some. Move on. Get over it. To be quite frank with you, Skip, me and LeBron, we having problems right now. Because I said, if you can't win at least one game, we're going to have to talk about this relationship because I can't be with no damn loser. So, right after game 4, me and Savannah changed the locks.
You had him. That's the essence of what Kobe's talking about. You can't do that. You know why Kobe can relate? He's done similar in his younger days. He's done similar to that. You can't do it. You lost the finals right there in that flashpoint moment. You know it and I know it.
Okay,
it was over after that.
All they did was delay the inevitable.
You quit on your team.
So did Kobe quit?
Thank you, sir. Absolutely. In game 4, LeBron James quit. And in response to Shannon Sharp's question, yes, Kobe Bryant quit on his team in 2006 also. Yes, he did. He quit.
Kobe quit?
We're not talking about Kobe.
Hold on. Did he quit against
Phoenix?
Phoenix? He pouted.
Yep.
Absolutely, he quit. Yes.
Yes,
no. I don't want to hear no pouting. Did he quit?
Well, LeBron quit.
Yo, Shannon going in. He ready losing it right now. Let me rewind this back.
LeBron quit. Talking about Kobe.
Hold on. Did he quit against
Phoenix?
Phoenix?
He pouted. Yes,
no. I don't want to hear no pouting. Did he quit?
Well,
I said, white man, did he quit? That's what I'm asking you. Beating around the bush. I really want you dead.
well, LeBron quit.
No. I'm asking you a simple question. A simple no or a simple yes will suffice.
He already told you that he quit, Shannon. Like, what are you looking for? Why are you trying to play out this a few good men scene? Like, it's not working, bro. Skip Bayless has already answered all your questions. He said, yes, Kobe quit. Shannon wants him to say that Kobe didn't quit so that he can create this hypocritical scenario. It's not working, man.
They were up 3-1. He did not shoot. Then he quit. Yes or no? No.
Skip Bayless has already stated point blank, and it's very obvious that he understands the article to a far higher degree than Shannon Sharp does because he didn't read it with an emotional eye, that what Kobe Bryant is trying to communicate to him is the revelation that he received in 2010 or in the aftermath of the 08 finals, that you have to figure out how to defeat Boston. So referring to any event or any series that occurred before the Lakers lost in 2008 is pretty much showing that you're not paying attention to what the point or what the crux of the article is.
No. I don't want to hear similar. Did he quit?
He kept shooting.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Skip.
He kept playing. LeBron quit shooting.
Skip.
You can't defend it, Shannon.
How many shots
you can't defend it. Stop.
How many?
That's it. I've let you yell long enough, Shannon Sharp. That's it. It's my show. Calm that shit down, or I'll have you thrown out of here faster than garbage on a Sunday morning. Get the hell out, Shannon. Calm that shit down. LeBron quit. Get over it.
How many shots did he take?
Stop.
No, you stop.
Here, he melted down. You can't defend this. You're
So
lost.
did Kobe.
You lost.
So did Kobe.
Okay, here, listen. He melts down, he distances himself, and then he's so distraught that he refuses to even keep shooting. And for 2.5 minutes of the 5-minute overtime, he does not take a shot until they're 7 points down. Then he takes 4 half-hearted shots and misses all 4 of them.
Because, Skip, I told LeBron when they made that big trade, I said, Bron, look, I don't make it look good on TV. I'm going to act like I'm happy. But these 4 bum-ass niggas you traded for, they ain't going to help you. What's wrong with you? I mean, I know you couldn't get much for Emmanuel Lewis, a.k.a. IT. But, I mean, damn, you couldn't get a little bit more than that. I'm going to make it look good on TV in front of that white man. But I promise you it ain't going to end well. I told him that shit back in February.
Did Kobe take against?
It was terrible. It was pathetic.
No, I don't want it. I want the same picture all that you're giving LeBron. Give that to Kobe right now.
I don't know.
Picture.
I don't remember the game that.
You remember
This was a flat out throw in the.
Oh, you don't remember? You don't remember? I know you're old, but you remember that shit. Stop it, Skip.
When the towel went right before your very eyes, you know it and I know it.
I know that you remember to dye your hair every Sunday. Because there's no way in the hell your hair's really that red.
Know it. That was the first round. This was game 1 of the NBA Finals.
It's Kobe
This is
Bryant.
a superstar.
Kobe Bryant.
This is the guy you tell me is better than Michael Jordan.
Bryant.
You're disqualified.
Kobe Bryant.
You lost. It's over, Shannon.
Kobe Bryant
It's
is a great
over.
player. It doesn't.
Shannon, it's over. Give up. LeBron is a sissy. Just face it, Shannon.
Doesn't
You
matter.
can discredit Kobe all you want, but what he's saying is the God's truth. He's passing
Why is it
down
the
the
truth?
wisdom
Why
of
is it
the
truth?
generation.
Why is it the truth? Why is it the gospel? Because Kobe.
Because
No, Skip Bayless just let it be known why it's the truth, because he's passing down the wisdom. That's what he's trying to do. But in this over-emotional era that we live in, where even old heads like Shannon Sharp are supposed to be more receptive and understanding of what Kobe's trying to do than he is right now. Why is that? Because he's a fanboy. And you cannot instruct fans or fanboys because they're emotionally and psychologically unstable. Look how upset Shannon Sharp has been throughout this debate. Why is he this upset for? Because he knows that he's built up this image of LeBron James in his mind as this perfect man. And I'm telling you, that is how he views LeBron James. He views him as a perfect man. That's why I state that, yes, there is some type of homoerotic infatuation going on here. Anytime you're that loyal to a man who clearly has issues in getting over the hump, winning the big one, and you're constantly making excuses in a way that is easy to be refuted, there's a clear psychological issue there. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind about that.
because you can see he did it in 2010. He's showing you what happened.
LeBron did it in 2016.
Guess what?
LeBron did it in 2016.
Did he really do it in 2016, Shannon Sharp? I mean, let's be for real. Let's be for real. It wasn't like anywhere near the parameters that Kobe Bryant was finally able to defeat the Boston Celtics. And I've stated before, that is clearly the biggest victory of Kobe's career. He understands that that victory over the Celtics in 2010 was worth more than his previous 4 championships combined. He knows that. He was able to defeat a relatively healthy Celtics team. Of course, they were without Kendrick Perkins. But it's a big difference in losing Kendrick Perkins and losing Draymond Green for a game. Having a hampered Steph Curry, having an Andre Iguodala with full body spasms, not having your rim protector in Andrew Bogut. Like, I mean, come on, let's be for real.
Sasha Vujacic was actually George Hill, and he made both free throws.
Okay. So how is that LeBron's fault? George Hill missed his.
It wasn't like the last second shot pass to George
How
Hill.
is that LeBron's fault that George Hill made 1 or 2 of his free throws and Sasha made both of his? How was that?
And put the ball in hit.
Skip Bayless, we're not going to commercial until you answer that question. I promise you, you're going to answer that question. Or there's going to be some homicide detectives in our studio today.
In his hands at that
Oh,
moment.
but you can't hit Sasha.
They also
First
had,
final.
they also had overtime.
Skip, boy.
Next up, Lonzo Ball had a
But anyway, that's it on on this conversation. I think that Kobe Bryant told the truth, and oftentimes when you tell the truth, it causes division. So peace.